Ultrasound, the most affordable and accessible medical imaging technology, lets us peer inside the human body without a single incision. If you've ever had an ultrasound, here's a little secret. There are a few things on the screen your radiologist, no matter how talented, can't resolve. But Muyinatu Bell of Johns Hopkins University is standing ready to clear things up. In Brooklyn, where the chatter of diverse neighborhoods mixed with the clang of subway trains, Bell knew that real excitement could be found in the public library.
My mother cultivated a yearning desire for knowledge and a thirst for knowledge. One of my favorite places was the public library, where I got exposed to the world of science through lots of different textbooks.
That's where planets were at her fingertips, where Faraday's law lay waiting to be discovered, where the possibilities of physics, of electromagnetism, and the complex interactions of light and matter would seem to leap out from the pages.
My mother was diagnosed with cancer, and eventually I lost my mother to cancer.
Bell would pick up the pieces by dialing in on academics. Years later, she'd earn a PhD from Duke and turn her passion for physics onto medical imaging technology. Still plagued by the tragic loss of her mother, Bell wondered, could the breast cancer have been caught sooner with a quick, non-invasive test?
An ultrasound works by sending sound waves through the body, and after a brief delay, constructing an image from the echoes returning to the sensor. But the pictures aren't perfect. Sound waves scatter irregularly through human tissues, and the machines can't tell the difference between a wave that bounces directly back to the sensor and one that bounces around before returning. Today's ultrasound software sums up all the data, good and bad. The resulting images are muddied with what's called acoustic clutter. Clutter is responsible for almost all uncertainty in ultrasound imaging. If sound waves didn't scatter, solid tumors would appear white, fluid-filled cysts, black. Clutter turns both to an indistinguishable gray, challenging doctors to tell the difference.
Breaking down the physics of ultrasound technology, Bell began re-envisioning how computers process the echoes. She wasn't just upgrading ultrasound, she was overhauling it with a revolutionary protocol called SLSC.
I made the first SLSC image in 2009.
Using a model biomaterial, Bell simulated a test subject's tissues with undiagnosed masses beneath the skin.
I knew there should be a series of water-filled cysts in a line in a row. What we instead saw with traditional images were some grayish circles instead of black because of the clutter.
But when Bell turned on the machine, there was no doubt. The 4 little circles were black. With SLSC, Bell demonstrated a vast improvement in the efficiency and accuracy of ultrasound, a breakthrough that could save millions of lives.
It absolutely did feel really great. That day, it was the first time where I had crowds visiting to see my computer screen, and I honestly didn't realize how much of an amazing innovation it was until I saw the excitement of those around me.
Bell's work makes ultrasound and other imaging technologies clearer than ever before. It even improves imaging for people with darker skin tones and larger bodies, a frequent source of bias. And all of this is possible with a software update Bell says will work on existing ultrasound machines. But Bell isn't finished. Her current research promises to revolutionize robotic and traditional surgery, allowing surgeons to more accurately gauge the position of instruments and blood vessels in real time, improving surgical outcomes and saving lives.
I can imagine a world where we end all disease. We end disease by first detecting it so that we don't have to have cures, ideally. We could detect that our body is progressing toward a disease better. We could potentially reverse course.